All right, you know that sound. On to another subject, and today's subject is, you already know what it is, white privilege. Well, we all know that white people, when they're born, they're evil because they're white. Because the color of their skin makes them straight from the womb evil, and they get everything handed to them. You know, they get food because no other people other than white people get food and pampered and cleaned and washed and bathed and nurtured and raised to respect and to learn and to be good at, do unto others and one unto you. Yeah, they get all that. Yeah. Well, they're evil when they come out of the womb. Okay, that's what apparently some people think. You know, they go to school like no other races do. They don't go to school. They don't have loving parents. Other races don't have loving parents. Only white people because they're privileged. Remember that. Remember that. They're privileged. And when they graduate from high school, they go out and get a job. You know, they fill out an application and they get a job. Why? How do they get that job? Because they're white. Everybody knows that. You know, you're white, you get the job. Yeah. And then you own a house, you own a car, you keep the yard all cleaned up. That's white privilege. Somebody does that for you. Somebody pays for your car. Somebody buys your house. You don't work hard for that. You don't go to your job every day and work every day and put in extra hours. You're not the one saving your money. No, not the white person. That's given to you. When your grass is tall, you don't go out there and mow it. It just happens because you're white, and that's white privilege, right? It's just done for you. Well, apparently to some people, that's how it works. You don't have to pay your bills, your credit cards, your taxes. You don't have to do that because you're white. That's just common knowledge that everybody does that for you. As a matter of fact, you don't even have to go to work. You don't have to work 80 hours or 40 hours a week, at least 40 hours a week, because somebody's going to do that for you because you're white. Your taxes and everything, everybody's going to pay that. You know, raising your kids, somebody else is going to do that. You don't have to do that because that's white. You're white. Somebody else takes care of that. They do. Somebody else does the washing, the laundry, that washes the dishes. Somebody does the cooking. No, you don't have to do that. Somebody does that for you because you have white privilege, and it's for free. You don't have to pay them either because you're white. All your bills, electricity, gas, you know, that's all paid for because you're white and you get that for free. You don't have to pay for that. No. According to other people, you get that for free. The gas for your car, that's paid for. I don't know where this money comes from, but apparently, white privilege. You don't have to pay for that. You get that because you're white. Yeah, you get pulled over, you get off with no ticket. No white person has ever gotten a ticket in the history of the world because they're white and they get white privilege and they never get a ticket. They never get a ticket. No. No. No person ever got pulled over by a black cop either. Nobody. And if you did, he was mistaken and he let you go without a warning. You know, he just let you go because you're white. You never got a ticket. No white person has ever murdered anybody in the history of the world. Never, because it's white privilege. No, you never did that. No. even though some people seen it happen. No, nope. They can say they've seen this happen and put all these things up saying, oh, he had his hands up. He had his hands up and said, don't shoot, don't shoot. No. No, he didn't kill him. No, he didn't shoot him. Even though the guy was assaulting him, no white person has ever robbed anybody because they're white. That never happened. Nobody ever stole a motorcycle, a car, anything from another person because they're white, and that's white privilege. They never did that. No, they've never done that. That never happened. Never. No white person has ever, because it's white privilege, never gotten high, never gotten drunk and killed somebody while driving. Nope. It's white privilege. It doesn't happen. No. No white person has ever shoplifted and got arrested for it because that's white privilege. You know that white person that put that TV station out? WET, White Entertainment Television? You know why they got that? Because they're white. Oh, wait. That never happened. I'm sorry, I'm wrong on that one. That White Entertainment Television. Well, do you know that magazine that caters to white people? Ebony, or not Ebony, oh God, that's bad. Ivory, where all white products and everything for white people? Oh, wait. That hasn't happened. Huh. Dang it. Ah, man. Well, what about a group of people coming out and defending a white person for killing somebody, even though they were found to be guilty? That never happened. Oh, no. There's no organizations out there for white people. There isn't. No. Huh. I wonder, is there a black entertainment television? Huh, which caters to black people? Yeah? Is that black privilege? Huh. Are there magazines like Ebony and Jet out there that cater to black people only? Is that black privilege? Can you get a job just because of the skin color? Like affirmative action? Is that black privilege? Can you walk into a store with a gun and point it at the clerk and get shot by a white guy and killed, and your sister still sticks up for him, saying that white person had no business pulling a gun out and shooting him like that? Because it's black privilege. He's allowed to rob stores. He's allowed to pull a gun on somebody. And some law-abiding citizen that has, a carry concealed, he was wrong for doing that, huh? But he's allowed to hold up that guy. If you're black, is that black privilege? Now, is it okay to push a store owner around and steal cigars and walk out, and when confronted by a cop who was there, not called on you, just called up and shown up down the street, and you approach him and start assaulting him, and you get shot and killed by a white officer because you're assaulting him? He shouldn't have shot you? That would have been black privilege because he didn't shoot you? All these people saying, he had his hands up, don't shoot, hands up, don't shoot. All them people stuck up for that guy, even though they came out and said later on that they lied about that? So, is that black privilege? Huh. Yeah, all you evil white people out there, man. Getting everything paid for, getting all the good jobs, getting, you don't have to work. Don't have to go to work every day and work your ass off. Don't have to leave early. Don't have to call off work. It's all paid for because you're white, right? That's white privilege, man. I'll tell you what. I've never had anybody going to work for me. I've never had people paying my bills for me. I never had someone going up and say, "Hey, you're white. Since you're white, I'm gonna give you this loan for this car." No. Or buying a house, or this truck, or this car. Never. I don't know what the hell you people talking about white privilege. It might exist in some communities, just like black privilege will really exist. So let's get on to racism then. Is it racist to pass somebody of a different race than you, and then when you're pulling up on them, there's two lanes. There's a turn lane that can go straight, and then there's a straight lane that goes straight. Is it racist that you pass that person and he's a different race than you, and when he comes up to go up there, you know he's a different race, and you pull out in front of him and get in that one lane that he could have just turned right, but since he's a different race, you stopped and you waited for that light to go cycle through all the cycles, and then for that light to turn green and then go through. Is it racist for you to purposely pull out in front of that guy so he had to stop before he could turn, and he had to wait for the lights to go? You know what I mean? Is it racist for somebody who is a different color than you, that if you're going down the road, you purposely see him in your rearview mirror and see he's a different race, and you just stop and don't use your turn signal? Is that racist? Is it racist if you go to a store and you buy a bunch of stuff and the person ringing you out is a different race, and they're ringing your stuff out? Is it racist that you say you wouldn't have done that if you were this race? Is that racist? But because you're a different race, he's thinking, oh, if I was your race, you wouldn't be ringing all this stuff out. So what do you expect? Her to be your race and to give you that stuff for free? Put a couple of them through there for free? Is that what happens with your race? Is it racist if you purposely go to a person of your race at a checkout line, even though there's plenty more wide open, but since they're your race, you're going to have like two people in that line, you're going to go to them anyways because they're your race? Is that racist? It doesn't matter if you're white or black. Is it racist? Because I see it all the time. Yeah. Is it racist for when you're sitting there minding your own business and you're playing your radio real loud and somebody looks at you and all of a sudden you start acting like a fool and they're not the race that you are? Just because they're a different race, you start acting like a fool? Is that racist? Because you don't do it when it's somebody your race. Is that racist? Like I go back before, is it racist that you have your own race for a magazine? Is it racist that you have your own race for a TV channel? Is that racist? Is it racist for somebody else to have those things because they're a different race than you? Is that racist all of a sudden? But it's okay when it's your race, but it's not okay when it's somebody else's race? Huh. Yeah. Yeah, it might be racist, buddy. You got bad in all races. There's bad in all races. Don't sit there and act like you're clean. What about all the crimes committed? Let's say Chicago. There's a race that is killing a lot of the same race. Is that called out by a certain organization? Is that called out? Or is it only when another race does it to your race? And then that's racist. Is it racist that the same person of your race kills a child? Is that racist? Or is it when another race kills that child of your race? Is that racist all of a sudden? Is it racist when the mayor of your city is the same color as your race and doesn't point out all the problems with the same race killing each other? And she don't want to acknowledge that? Is that racist? But if it's a different race doing the shooting at your race, all of a sudden it's racist? Yeah. I think you need to take a hard look in the mirror. A real hard look, man.